Hi everyone, I'm Aude and I'm going to tell you about my fellowship with Attest and I'm going to try to explain how to do more with less data. So I will just start with a question. Who has been clubbing in the past months? That question, right? That question matters to some businesses. Say you make alcohol-free beer and you want to expand your customer base. You may need to know who these people are and what they want. So Attest provides a survey platform. It helps other businesses get relevant insights from their consumers. And it has access to 100 million survey takers across 49 countries. And although nowadays it's easier than ever to collect data, it comes with some challenges. And the first challenge is sampling. So by sampling people via certain technology, you may end up with a biased picture of the population. For example, if you use social media, you might end up with a lot more young people than there actually are in the entire population. A second challenge is when you want to reach a very specific niche audience. So, for example, say you want to target young active males in London who are alcohol-free drinks consumers. This means you are removing all people who are not young active, you are keeping only the males, you're filtering out to keep people in London, and then to keep alcohol-free drink consumers. And if you end up with a very small sample, like here, that's pretty bad because we all know that we can draw conclusions from too little data. So how do we solve this? One option may be you might be tempted to collect even more data, but that can be costly and time-consuming. And so today I will show you another and better solutions to that, which is called MRP, for multi-level regression and post-stratification. So this method is actually split into two stages, the first one being multi-level Bayesian regression, which was implemented with PyMC3. And this step allows you to get the preferences from a certain demographic group in a way that is robust to missing or imbalanced data. So for example, say you don't have enough young males in Wales in your survey, then you're going to borrow some information from other young males in other regions or from other people in Wales. The second step is post-stratification, where you're going to correct for the sampling bias by using national census and other regional information. And so, as an example, there was a survey to understand the clubbing population in the UK, but it took an entire week to fill, which is quite a lot. And that's because it had 1,000 respondents and it had quotas to make sure that it matches the entire population, so all the demographic groups. And the question is, could we have done it better and faster? And so to show how MRP works, I'm going to use that survey as validation data because it contains a representative sample. And we took a subsample of biased data. We had only 300 respondents, and that reflects real-life surveys. And the question was, how often do you go clubbing? And I'll define as clubber someone who goes at least once per month. So if you split the very large survey into regions, you can get accurate estimates of the clubbers across the UK, and you can see that London has quite a lot of them. However, if you did the same with the biased datasets, you get a very inaccurate picture, and that's because in the regions that are less populated, you have sampled less people, so you get just some random values, like it's the case in Wales and in the Northeast. So on these biased datasets, we applied, so first I'm going to show you how bad this biased sample study is, and the red areas shows the areas with a large bias. And now let's look at how MRP is performing on these datasets. We can see that the dark orange and the red areas have decreased, and in fact, the bias was reduced by 2.5 times at the regional level and 7 times at the national level. So now apply this to any survey, and this means that you can help businesses get actionable insights about the consumers in a way that is faster, cheaper, and for a larger range of profiles. Thank you for your attention.